And about failures, there's one real concept that I follow, that this sport, e-sport, is not for light-hearted people. This sport will not give you success. This sport will give you more failure than success. There's a very simple concept that I follow. If this is the failure, the success is this much. So if you want that success at the top, which is a wonderful feeling, you have to go through so much failure. So without failure, I don't think anybody can get up.
ಹಾಯ್ ವ್ಯೂವರ್ಸ್, ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಎಪಿಸೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ ಲವ್ನಿತ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಅರ್ಲಿ ಡೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಜರ್ನಿ, ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ಅಥವಾ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ಹುಡ್ ಡೇಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ಮೇಡ್ ಬಿಗ್ ಅಟ್ KPL ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ದಿ ಸೆಲೆಬ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಡೇ ಸ್ಪೆಂಟ್ ಎಟ್ RCB. ಸೊ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ IPL ಟೀಮ್ ಸ್ಕೌಟಿಂಗ್. He has been part of DI Patil series, which is the sister tournament for MI players. He's been to MI preparatory camp to UK, and he was in Delhi Capitals and very close to making it to the main squad. Hi Luvnith.
Hi.
Welcome back again. So new previous episode alli briefly touched upon the entire RCB auction days, but I would like to understand like what it goes to make it into IPL team. Like what is that criteria?
ಸೊ ಏನದು ಕ್ರೈಟೀರಿಯಾ ಆ ಥರ ಏನಂದರೆ, ನೀವು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಆಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಸ್ಕೌಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೈಯದ್ ಮುಸಾವಿ ಟ್ರೋಫಿ, ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಟ್ರೋಫೀಸ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ IPL, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಆಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಆ ಥರ ನೋಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ದಟ್ಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ಪಿಕ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ದ ಐಸ್, ಆ ಥರ ಪಿಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೆನಿ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಟೀಮ್ RCBಗೆ ಆಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲಿ ದಟ್ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೂ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ RCB ಜರ್ನಿ, ಇವನ್ ದೋ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಟ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ಅನ್ಫಾರ್ಚುನೇಟ್ ಇಂಜುರಿ? ನಾನು ಇಂಜುರಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ಹೌ ವಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ RCBಗೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು? ದೆನ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಟೀಮ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೆಂಗೆ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು?
ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಟು ಬಿ ಅ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ IPL ಟೀಮ್. I was fortunate that RCB picked me that year, and starting ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಆಲ್ goosebumps. It was a COVID time, so 3 days COVID. I was waiting to wear the T-shirt, feel good about what I've done, my life achieved. ಆ ಥರ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್. Everybody was very welcoming. It was a very professional setup. We had the meetings before this thing. They understood what I do, what I am. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಥರ ಒಂಥರ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷ್ನಲ್ ಇತ್ತು. ದೆನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು ಮುಂಬೈಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂಡರ್ ಲೈಟ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಆನ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ವಾಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ವೆಲ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಆನ್ ವಿತ್ ಅನ್ಫಾರ್ಚುನೇಟ್ ಇಂಜರಿ ವಿಚ್ ಲೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ಅ ಫ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್. ಅಂದರೆ
ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ RCB ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್ we only speak about Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli is what RCB is what Virat Kohli and identify ಆಗಿದೆ. So were you able to speak to Virat Kohli like?
Yeah, it was very he was very generous, and we practiced together everything. So I did find him free for about 20 minutes. I did have a very lovely conversation with him where I spoke about hardship. I spoke about how he's come through his times, what I'm dealing with. So it was very nice of him to speak to me. I think I actually have a video of me speaking to him for 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it was a very nice moment that I could share with him.
Okay. And there are other players also, Faf ಆಗಲಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿ ಆಗಲಿ, ಶಿರಾಜ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ
ಅಂದರೆ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚಲ್ಲಿ ಜಲ್ದಿ ಆಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ತುಂಬ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಲವ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ದೇ ಸೇ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ an end to something. It just has something. So an unfortunate injury got me not playing. So that's it.
See, we were so happy that ಒಬ್ಬ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗ has come into RCB team after long many seasons ಅಂತ. But when we heard that you got injured, I think it is not just you who were disappointed, the entire cricketing family, your fans got disappointed. So ಅದೇನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಇಂಜುರಿ ಆಯಿತು? ಲೈಕ್ ಹೌ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಡೀಲ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್?
One of the practice sessions ಅಲ್ಲಿ I got hit on the rib, and then ಒಂಥರ I didn't feel any pain in the start because maybe I was very enthusiastic, very energetic, and that adrenaline rush didn't make me feel any pain. So ಆಮೇಲೆ I think I got hit on my rib. One ball hit me on the rib, and then after that we had a practice match. I played that, did well. We had few practice sessions. I was doing really well. I was basing up to becoming better every day. I was doing really well in the practice match. In fact, got a 50 also in the practice match.
Oh, nice.
And then ಆಮೇಲೆ just I think the 14th day, second week, I was just couldn't wake up in the morning. I couldn't breathe properly, so I had to call the doctors of our team. Lovely doctors. They came up, they checked, and then we went for a scan the same day.
Okay.
And then it happened to be a fracture, a rib fracture. My 7th rib was fractured. I don't know how it happened. I didn't feel it. I was very shocked. I did ask my doctors, how is it possible? Like, if I break a bone, and the first time only I should feel the pain.
Exactly.
I didn't feel any pain in the starting. After 14 years I felt the pain. So it was just something uncontrollable, something not in my hand. It was just medical terms, manakagila. So it was a very hard time for me then. I mean, I was very fortunate and very thankful to the management. They let me stay to the full tournament, be with the team and all that. And it was a hard time, man, because I was so close to to play in the match, and just doesn't happen. And it's not like that. I was very confident because I was doing really well. I was having good practice sessions. I was doing well in the match. I was setting up myself for the match to play or something if I got a chance. But and then in a second everything gets shattered. So it was a hard time for me. It was I wouldn't use the word depressing, but it was very hard.
Disappointing.
Yeah, it was very disappointing, and it was very. It took me some time to get over it. That.
Okay. As they say, you can't control the uncontrollables, but you can control what's in your hand. So how did you manage this injury phase? Then how did you overcome? What was your routine that time?
Well, the first 1 month I couldn't do anything. 1 month I was not allowed to move anything because it's a rib fracture. And then slowly I healed. After healing, I think Basu sir was there and the physios were also there. I started my rehab there.
Okay.
I started playing also in the camp. I started practice again. I got back to routine again, hoping that I might get a chance later on if anything happens, because it was ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, and then unfortunately we lost eliminator.
Exactly.
Then we had to go back home, but ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ. I recovered there also, and then came back. So ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು.
ಸೊ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಾಗಿ ಏನೋ ಲೈಕ್ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ then what was that routine for sports?
I was in bed, that's all, sitting, watching. I was supporting the team from the hotel.
Bed in the sense, were you in hospital or is it?
No, I was in the hotel.
Team
In the hotel room. I was there. I mean, I couldn't move out. I could move out and all. I couldn't laugh or sneeze. ನಾನು ಸ್ನೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋವ್ತಿದ್ದು, ನಾನು ನಗಿದ್ರೆ ನೋವ್ತಿದ್ದು, ಅಂತ ರಿಬ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್ ಮೂವೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಕುಡ್ ಹವ್ ಬಿನ್ ದೇ, ಪ್ಲೇಡ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು, ಚಾನ್ಸ್ went off. So ಆ ಥರ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಯಿತು, ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್. ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಡ್ರೀಮ್ ಟು ಪ್ಲೇ IPL for everybody. It's a dream to play for the country. So to play for the country, it's you have to be playing a lot of matches to show. So if I couldn't play that, so ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂಥರ disheartened feeling. But the sun will rise, the sun has to rise. You have to wake up and still do what you have to do. So ಆ ಥರ just family was around on calls. The COVID time, couldn't meet anybody. I was on calls with my parents and all that. It was a hard time, but I overcame that.
I guess it's in your blood ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Like how you spoke, sun will rise. That shows your positive mindset or positive intent ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. I think that disappointment you didn't let down. I guess after this phase you made it up to bigger teams. I mean not bigger teams but multiple teams. So I would like to discuss on 4 aspects. So one bandu you made it up to Mumbai Indians trials ಗೆ. So how was that journey?
The trials was great. I mean Mumbai Indians they called me for trials. All ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. Then unfortunately didn't get picked at the secondary. Then I was very thankful to that management. They called me for the DYPL tournament.
Exactly.
This was just after the auctions. Second auctions were
2022.
I was unsold, and then DYPL, I got a call from Reliance. They asked me to come to DYPL. I said yeah, of course I'll come. It was a very lovely experience. The management was superb. They took care of all of us very well. It was like a proper professional setup ಇತ್ತು. DYPL ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, hoping people see. ಆಮೇಲೆ and exactly at that time I think Rishabh Pant got injured and they were looking for a keeper.
I'll just pause for you here. Okay, so you said you did well also in DYPL.
Yeah.
Semi-final ಅಲ್ಲಿ 75.
Yeah, I got 75 out of 40 balls. We won that semis.
And even Reliance won ಕೂಡ series ಗೆದ್ರು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
Yeah, we won the tournament. DYPL ಗೆದ್ವಿ ನಾವು.
So you played a bigger role ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Then you make it to another step of MI's philosophy, that preparatory camp to UK.
Yeah.
So usually they take all the future young players to the UK camp. So how was that journey? What
It was
exactly is that preparatory camp?
So the preparatory camp, we go there, we play against county teams,
Okay.
we experience different conditions. ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So it was a lovely, wonderful experience, I'd say, in the UK. Very thankful to the Reliance management and the management that, you know, they gave me an opportunity. I learned so much there with all the big people, with all the players there, with the coaches. We learned so much from their brain. I think Mark Bacha was there with us,
Exactly.
so learned a lot from him. And then, you know, still didn't get a chance. So that's a secondary thing, but it was a wonderful experience there. UK trip was, you know, the conditions ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಇದೆ, ಬೇರೆ ವಿಕೆಟ್ಸು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
Exactly.
But it was a wonderful experience. Yeah, it was a wonderful experience.
I guess for me, playing these leagues is not just about name and fame, ಅಥವಾ money ಆಗಲಿ. What you pick up the brains of all the established players, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಅದು ಇನ್ನೇನು ಕಲಿತೀರಾ, that is important. I feel that's what probably you gained out of that stint with Mumbai Indians ಅಂತಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. I mean, you have learned so much by speaking to Mark Boucher ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ other established players ಆಗಲಿ. I think that is one of the bright prospect of playing all these leagues ಅಥವಾ local tournaments ಆಗಲಿ. And then, like ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರಿ, Rishabh got that unfortunate accident.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Then you are again called up to Delhi Capitals trials. So you said you were very close to that particular making it to the main team. So what is that journey, Lavani?
That journey was a big roller coaster. I mean, we had 10 days were left for IPL,
Okay.
and they had to announce a player for Rishabh Pant's replacement. And we had practice matches. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, everything was good. And you know, just didn't happen of whatever XYZ reasons. ಏನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ probably the management had different plans.
Exactly.
But I learned so much from there. Saurav Ganguly sir was there, Praveen Amre sir was there, Ricky Ponting was there. They really liked how I played. ಅವ್ರು ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು. ಬಟ್ at the end of the day ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಏನು ರೀಸನ್ ಇದೆ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಲವ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್. ವೆರಿ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು DC ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ದೇ ಕಾಲ್ ಮೀ, ಗೇವ್ ಮಿ ಅನ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಟು ಪ್ಲೇ ವಿತ್ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಟೀಮ್ ವಾಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದ್ರಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೀಮ್, ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಟೀಮ್. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಗೇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್. At the end of the day, it's very important to have experience and the memories in life.
Exactly, yeah.
Success and failure is a part and parcel. Sometimes you're playing, sometimes you're not playing. But the experience is important too. But unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to play. I was very close to making to the squad, but probably God has different plans for me. That was it.
I guess it shows what kind of talent you are, Antane. If MI is calling you and DC is calling you, I think it is owned by such a big players, Sachin idare athwa illi Ricky Ponting. I think you're almost there. What is I feel you're very close to that. And the next big part of your journey has been making the Karnataka senior team debut. So which is the Syed Mushtaq Ali, as you spoke in the previous episode also. So what led to that debut match? Who told you that you will be making debut? Who gave the cap? And how was that feeling?
So my debut was very fast. We had our last league game against Mizoram, and I was like, because you know, they usually don't change teams very fast.
Exactly.
The team is winning and the team doesn't change fast. So, okay, fine, I'm not getting chance now. Later on, I was just going to have my quick lunch to go to warm up and putting my keeping pads on to, because bowlers usually we bowl before batting, before the game. ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು Yere sir, our coach Yeregaud sir came. He said, bring your cap and come. Why is he asking me to bring my cap? I got it, come. And then suddenly like, I'm making my debut, and Yere sir in fact gave me the cap. He handed the cap over to me. So ಆ ಥರ ಡೆಬ್ಯೂ ಆಯಿತು. And then it was a good, I mean, unfortunately didn't do well. Got out early. I went into bat on the 17th or 16th over.
Yeah.
Played one ball and played two balls. I got a boundary and the next ball I got out. So it was a good experience. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. But then could have done better that season.
As they say, keep learning, things will fall in place. Anta. So who was that first person that you called and said, I'm making my senior team debut in the family ಅಥವಾ friend circle ಅಲ್ಲಾಗಲಿ? ಟೈಮೇ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮಗೆ?
I didn't have time. ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. Went back home, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಕಂಗ್ರ್ಯಾಚುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಟೋಲ್ ಮೈ ಮದರ್ ಶಿ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಚ್ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಓಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ಪಡ್ಬೇಡ, ಇನ್ನು ಬೇಜಾನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಕೆಲಸ, ನೀನು ಖುಷಿ ಪಡಬೇಡ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡೋ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡೋ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್.
So you briefly touched upon the aspect of wicket keeper in the previous episode. So from the youth perspective ಅಥವಾ youngsters ಯಾರು ಇದನ್ನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, so how is your lifestyle, how is your diet plan and how is your gym session, like is it extensive ಅಥವಾ you go as per the schedule given?
ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಹೆಂಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ.
ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ.
ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ, ಮೈ ಬಾಡಿ ವಾಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಾಡಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ mine's a very simple plan. I mean, I like to be fit with working out. I train specific areas, like I do specific training, like what is needed for my body, what is not. I just don't simply gym ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಡಂಬೆಲ್ ಎತ್ತಿದ್ದು ಆ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸಸ್, ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್, ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅಟ್ ಅ ಜಿಮ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ವಿಕ್ಟಿಸ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನಲ್ ವಿತ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಡೂ ಆ ಥರ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಸೆಟಪ್. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಐ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಸ್ 5 days, 6 days a week, and then training 5 days a week, 5 days a week training ಆ ಥರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So it's very off late, you know, I believe in volume as well as quantity. So volume of practice also important. The number of
hours,
not hours, I say the number of balls you play, the number of balls you catch is important.
Exactly.
And also the quality in which you are practicing also is important. I mean, to be ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾಪ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಲಿಯವರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬೇಕಂತ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಬೇಡ, ಒಂಥರ ಗೋಲ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಥರ.
ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಅನದರ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಈ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟರ್ಸಿಗಾಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ರ್ಯಾಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೌ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಕೋಪ್ ಅಪ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಆಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ಸ್. I think it is not always you end up winning, but also losing and winning is part of life. Sports persons ಅಂದರೆ they will be in focus in media, so it's difficult to manage both personal and professional. So how do you overcome that exactly?
I mean,
do you speak at home, or at home it's entirely different environment, you don't speak at all?
ಇಲ್ಲ, I come back home, I talk to my parents, I tell them this is what I'm feeling.
Okay.
Like recently also with the things that are happening in my career, I'm not really getting opportunities or whatever it is, and you know, I express everything to my parents because you know they understand me better. And about failures, you have to there's one real concept that I follow, that this sport, e-sport is not for light-hearted people. This sport will not give you success.
Yeah.
This sport will give you more failure than success.
Exactly.
There's a very simple concept that I follow, like if this is a failure, the success is this much.
Exactly.
So if you want that success at the top, which is a wonderful feeling, you have to go through so much failure. So without failure, I don't think anybody can get up. I don't know any cricketer, anyone who's not had failure in their life. Everybody's journey is different. Every journey different irate. It's not necessary that ನೀವು 19 years old successful ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು 20 years successful ಇರ್ತೀರಾ. So everybody's got the different journeys.
Exactly.
I think this sport has come to such competitiveness that if you can't deal with success, if you can't deal with failure, and if you're not strong mentally and physically and whatever, you should not be playing this sport.
Truly said. I guess the same what you said, sports is not for light-hearted people ಅಂತ ಜಿಮ್ಮಿ ನಿಶಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. 2019 ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಕಪ್ ಅವರು ನ್ಯೂಜಿಲೆಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಟೈ ಆಯಿತು, ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಬೌಂಡ್ರಿ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಗೆದ್ದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಅದೇ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಕಿಡ್ಸ್ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಲೈಟ್-ಹಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಗೈ ಅಂತ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೂ ಮೋರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲೋನಿ, are you process driven or result driven, or you say sometimes even if you put in the process all the strict schedules, sometimes you don't end up getting that result. Best example, I think 2010 to 12 phase ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಹಿತ್ ಶರ್ಮಾ ಅವರು ಏನಿದ್ರು, I think he was putting lot of process, lot of strict ಏನಂತೀರಾ schedule, but that result was not coming. So is result important, or you say no, let me do my process, result will take care of itself?
I think
or is it both the combination?
I'd say now if you're thirsty, I can tell you where the bottle of water is. I can't hold it and put it in your mouth. Exactly. So it's basically ಅಂದರೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಬಲ್, ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. ದ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್, ಈಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ವೇ ಯು ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಟು ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್. ಸೊ results can be bad, can be good. That is completely based on the decisions you make. I feel like some people say agilla, put off on God, saying nasiba illa, not written my destiny. I'm not a fan of that. there is, I believe in destiny. Of course, I believe in destiny. If it's meant for you, it is meant for you. But you can't be sitting at home, ಮನೇಲಿ ಕೂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಊಟ ತಿಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನಂಗೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಆಡಬೇಕು, ಆ ಥರ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪುಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್. ಸೊ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್. ಐ ಬಿಲೀವ್ that ನನ್ನ process important ಇದೆ. I believe more in process, but it's a human brain. You get driven to results. You also want fame, you also want money, you also want that name, you also want success. So results ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, but it's very important how you minimalize that result oriented brain. But process is much more important.
I think very well said ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. It is all about hard work, your efforts, dedication, then it will channel into the success what you achieve ಅಂತ, what you desire ಅಂತ. And two more important questions, last two questions. So any one funny incident or memorable incident till date, be it in your KPL days or senior SMAT debut to Karnataka or any IPL trial days, like any one incident that you will remember for rest of the life?
The rest of my life.
Or do you say that the making Karnataka debut is my memorable days till date?
Yeah, of course. All my debuts are very memorable days, be it KPL or even with KPL. The first year was Mysore Warriors. I didn't play an entire season. I didn't play one game also. So I was waiting to, everybody had small steps. So my KPL debut with Luvnith also was a special one. That was a nice memory. Some memories I had. I think one funny memory is like not funny, but it was very strange. I think one day in KPL, the year we won Luvnith Tigers, when Vinay Kumar was captain, he had a slight hamstring injury.
Okay.
And I was keeping that time. And suddenly at 11:30, I'm sleeping in my room, and weekend I just knocks the door like, "Balo ache keeping glove tomba." Like yen antara na. And then he called the manager and 2 tennis balls we got, and he took my keeping and he's practicing keeping. So he said, "Nan fielding madakagala, neen fielding madu, nan keeping martini." Like this legend he's a different man. Like he was giving everything to the team. Like ನಾನು at least keeping ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. And then the best part is the next day before the match, when I was keeping in practice and he was leaguing some balls. So like ಅದು ನೀನೇ ಕೀಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡು, ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. So that's one funny memory I'll have. And also it's a very brave thing to do with having a hamstring injury to play the game. So that's one thing which is funny and also inspiring.
I think there is no question about Vinay Kumar sir's dedication towards the game. 20 years already, be it for Karnataka, be it for India, what they have given is unmatchable ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. That's why he is where he is today.
Yeah.
And any bigger ambition, do you set shorter goals and longer goals, or you go with the flow how it comes, like take it one season at a time or one match at a time?
Match preparations are different. Before match you probably prepare according to the opposition, atara itara, but you're asking me on a bigger goal. For every cricketer who wants to play cricket, the entire goal of him is to have that symbol of the country on his helmet and on the badge on the chest. So that's my dream, to play for the country. That's my only dream, to play for the country. And they also say that if your dreams don't make you sleep, they're not real dreams.
You're not on real
dreams. So ಆ ಥರ ಒಂಥರ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಆಸೆ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ 3 ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಡಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರಂಜಿ ಟ್ರೋಫಿ, ಸಾಯದ್ ಮುಸಾಕ್ಲಿ ಆಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ವಿಜಯ್ ಹಜಾರೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಂಜಿ ಟ್ರೋಫಿ is my next small step. And ಆಮೇಲೆ then climb the ladders, and ultimate goal is to play for the country. Everybody's goal is to play for the country, any cricketer. So at the moment my small goal is to get back to the domestic circuit, do well for Karnataka, make Karnataka people proud, and then go on to bigger heights.
I see that is very not very far away from you making Karnataka senior games debut for Vijay Hazare or Ranji Trophy. I will end with one question. Since you are the wicket keeper, in the format of wicket keeper as a profession, how challenging it is to manage both for the fast bowlers and for the spinners? How your routine gets changes?
Routine is just the skill set that changes, because fast bowlers you have a different skill set. The ball travels differently, the ball moves differently, wobble agate, faster, slower and all that. And for spinners there's deviation, there's turn. So it's completely different aspects. And it's just skill based. So how you practice for fast bowlers, that's only difference. Just difference. It's just different pace, different angles.
Thanks Luvnith. I think it is lovely speaking to you. Even though ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾಳೆ ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ you have taken time in your busy schedule. So sweet of you, and how you have welcomed us. I think we felt very welcomed. We felt one of you, part of you. and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
You make it very big.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And, I mean, we wish from our heart you make it very big.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. I think we have seen how a sports person goes through the entire ups and downs, how it is challenging for them to keep up the competition, ಅಥವಾ how challenging it is to maintain that consistency. And I think this is one of the biggest learning ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. It is not always the success what you see. As Luvnith said, the failures are more compared to the success, but it is how you manage, that's what you take to the next level anta. So this is it from Karnataka Cricket Diaries. We will come back with a different episode, different content. Thank you, and thank you for supporting.